Over the past 10 years, we've completed more than 20 house and pet sits, caring for dogs, cats and horses in places we never imagined we'd visit. Along the way, we've learned a few lessons the hard way. So today, we're sharing the 11 house and pet sitting tips we think every house sitter should know in 2026. Whether you're using Trusted House Sitters, Rover or another platform, these tips will help you become a better house sitter. Tip number 1, keep the lines of communication open before, during and after your sit. We always set up a WhatsApp group before we arrive, so sharing updates is easy throughout the sit. One thing that surprised us is how often people say they're good communicators, but Sarah and I end up chasing them for photos and messages of our own pet. When you're on a holiday, regular updates really put your mind at ease. It's better to overshare than to undershare. Listen to the homeowners tell you they're happy with the photo every couple of days. Sarah and I, we're the opposite. We love to be spammed with pictures of our dog. Good communication builds trust from day one. We always leave a thank you note after our sit and an honest review. Tip number 2, make sure you learn the house rules and read the welcome guide properly. Ask questions before the homeowners leave if there's anything that seems unclear. And don't forget the little things like bin day, the alarm, and whether the dog's allowed on the bed or the couch. Every household is different, so make sure you understand how everything works before the homeowner leaves. Tip number 3, make sure you know what happens if the pet becomes unwell. Most of it should be in the welcome guide, but we always talk it through with the owner before they leave. Vet details, emergency contacts, and who else can we call if something unexpected happens? We experienced this firsthand when we were looking after a little cat called Lucy who was 19 years old in France. Unfortunately, she contracted a urinary tract infection. We still remember driving through the snow on a Sunday morning to find a 24-hour vet. Luckily for us, all the vet details were in the owner's welcome guide. Tip number 4, know what to do if you become unwell. Especially if you're sitting overseas, we always find the nearest pharmacy, know where the local doctor is, and save the emergency number before we even need it. Thankfully, this hasn't happened to us, but it's important to have a plan. It could be very stressful if you're house sitting in a country where English isn't widely spoken. Tip number 5, have a plan if you get locked out. One of our favourite examples was a homeowner who left a laminated emergency card hidden in the garden with every important phone number on it. Such a simple idea, but also brilliant. Having a plan can save you stress and embarrassment. If you're finding these house and pet sitting tips useful, we'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. We share real house sitting experiences and everything we've learned from our house and pet sitting experiences. Tip number 6, make sure you have all your contacts backed up. If your phone goes missing or gets locked inside the house, you still need access to emergency information. We keep everything backed up in the cloud, so whenever we need to access our messages, we can on another device. Tip number 7, make sure you stick to the agreement. Lock up, set the alarm, and don't invite people over. And don't leave the pet alone overnight unless that's already been agreed with the owner. Tip number 8, if you break something, make sure you tell the owner and replace it. We broke a glass kettle on one of our sits. The owners told us not to worry about it, but there's no way we weren't going to replace it. It's simply the right thing to do. Tip number 9, make sure you leave the house the way you found it. Don't rearrange the furniture, and if you use any food or drinks, replace them before you leave. It's all about respecting someone else's home. Tip number 10, make sure you're prepared for pets which have special care needs. If you're looking after an older pet or a rescue, ask about medication, separation anxiety, bedtime routines, and how they cope when left alone. The more you know, the more comfortable they'll be from day one. Always remember, it's all about the pet's well-being. Tip number 11, and one of our favourite, enjoy it. Have fun on your sit. Get out, explore the local area. Visit cafes and pubs, meet other dog owners, and experience somewhere new. House and pet sitting has taken Sarah and I to places around the world we never thought we'd visit. And that's what makes this so special. Those are our 11 must-know house and pet sitting tips for 2026. All the things we've learned from our 10 years experience and over 20 sits from around the world. If you're thinking about getting started in house and pet sitting, we'll leave a link below in the comments. We'd also love to hear from you. Which is one of your favourite tips? Or do you have advice from your own experience that we should add? If so, leave them in the comments section down below. If you'd like more house and pet sitting advice, hey, why not click on another one of our videos? We've got quite a few on our channel. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.